All right, Dan, thanks. Mid-June marks the start of peak strawberry season here in New England, but recent weather has put a damper on this year's crops.
Western Mass News reporter Madison Lisowski is getting answers from local farmers on what customers should expect this summer.
The yields, unfortunately, aren't quite there like they normally would be, like we would like them to be.
Strawberry fields are not exactly forever. They only blossom for a few months out of the year. And with one of the wettest Mays on record, featuring around 9 inches of rain in comparison to the average 3 inches, the plants are struggling to produce as many berries as they typically would. Nicole McKinstry, owner of McKinstry Farms in Chicopee, tells Western Mass News that the climate in New England can be difficult to manage.
As farmers, we always have our nemesis, the weather, that we always battle.
But peak strawberry season is expected to hit right before Father's Day, and local farms are seeing less berries than usual. Website and social media posts from multiple farms in Western Mass indicate that McKinstry Farms is not alone in their strawberry struggle. Red Fire Farm writing, quote, "These are early season berries in limited quantities. Berries will ripen in more abundance in the coming weeks, and pricing will change when we get closer to the main season." And Sapowski Farm posting, "For the foreseeable future, we do not anticipate offering pick your own strawberries. The issue has been all the rain in May and limited sunshine, which has caused a decrease in production."
The farm is really starting to move. It's that time of year.
McKinstry explains that while the elements are necessary, too much of something is never good for crops.
For growth on strawberries, you need a little bit of everything. You definitely need the water and you definitely need the sunshine, right? But too much water sometimes hurts.
And while the stock may be a little bit smaller than usual, we're told customers can expect blue ribbon berries in terms of size and taste. Plus, McKinstry Farms isn't letting the slow season get to them. Their annual Strawberry Festival is just days away, featuring live music, food, ice cream, pick your own flowers, and all things strawberry themed. The Strawberry Festival at McKinstry Farms is this Saturday, so be sure to head to our website at westernmassnews.com for all the details. For now, reporting in Chicopee, Madison Lisowski, Western Mass News.